Aloha, hoku, ohana. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. I'm super excited for today's astral travel. Okay, as you can see, I've got my dream tunnel shirt on, so you already know it's about to be lit, but this is about an unavoidable transformation that is occurring in your life right now. And we split this up in scenes, so let's go ahead and begin with scene one. So a transformation is brewing. In the first scene, I saw a storm that was about to happen, and you had to make certain adjustments to be able to embrace this instead of feeling like this was a change that you were bracing for. How can you begin to feel empowered instead of feeling like this change that is brewing is overpowering you? Okay, this is where you master matter instead of having matter master you. And storms in the metaphysical realm, again, do represent a buildup of emotions. So again, it's almost like the intensity is building during this time. Maybe this is something you guys have been suppressing in some way, or I'm hearing even like trying to push like postpone this change or push this further down the timeline. It's almost like, honey, this is happening right here, right now. So get ready for these unforeseen changes. It does represent something unexpected or something sudden that is going to reveal itself to you during this time. And again, often we're discouraged because of these tough, what appears to be challenges. Maybe this is you guys having to make friends with the unknown, having to make friends with some type of pending transformation in your life that again is unavoidable. It's like you cannot outrun the storm, okay? So yeah, it does represent that the obstacle is going to be your way, something that feels like it is challenging, something that does require you to again step into the unknown or maybe do things a different way, is going to allow you to receive everything that you've been seeking and more. So it's about a mindset shift here where you can again embrace this storm. And actually, it's very interesting. Now I'm remembering there is a storm happening in your life. In the Shaman's Dream Oracle message, it does talk about stepping into a new life. And again, it literally the perfect storm. So whatever this is, it's a perfect storm for you. This storm is designed, I'm hearing, to be the greatest catalyst you've ever seen. Okay, so this storm is literally designed for you, and it says the courage to step into a new life. So again, a lot of you, this is something that you're being summoned to do. You're being called to not just step into a new life, but it requires you to step into a new version of yourself. Okay, so the perfect storm. I'll go ahead and read this after. But the obstacle is the way. That's the message that was coming through, where the obstacle isn't something that's standing in your way, it is the way itself. Something that feels like, again, it's brewing, is something that you need to face during this time, okay? And it does represent, again, the timeless art of turning what seems to be trials into your triumph, okay? It's where you have that, I'm seeing like Six of Wands energy. So a lot of you, this could be stepping into the limelight. It could be about allowing yourself to be seen, but I'm seeing like the Six of Wands energy. So it could be being recognized for something, or you guys doing this is something that you're going to be recognized for, okay? I'm also hearing like people are going to take recognition of you for doing this thing too. And then I saw you guys sharing different sleepovers with others. It was like you were sharing this sleeping space or communal area with others who were also kind of ready to embrace this storm, and you were just kind of like riding it out, if that makes sense. So sleepovers occur when you're longing for some kind of shared experience, and just know that you're not alone in this. Maybe you guys are seeking that sense of belonging in some way, and you are definitely being surrounded with a lot of celestial light helpers that are assisting you, I'm hearing, when it comes to just getting through the night. Maybe some of you feel like this is kind of a dark night of the soul era for you, but one thing's for sure, you're going to be forever changed after this transformation, after this storm. Your life is never going to be the same, and neither are you, okay? I feel like this is almost like an influx or surge of energy that's coming your way, but it does represent that a choice will come your way, and you will have to make a decision around if you're going to embrace it or brace for it. If it's something that you're going to resist, or if it's something that you're going to kind of accept, and what you accept begins to become weaker, and once you surrender to this storm, it begins to transform you. So there is this art of surrender that is required of you right now. And there was also themes around hotels, which does represent you moving from one path in life to another. And it's interesting because on the base here we have unmarked trail and revelation, so this does tell you to pack lightly. Some of you are definitely being summoned to take that less traveled road during this time. And I'm hearing mastering the art of reflection. Okay, so maybe there's a need to reflect on how everything has kind of led you to this moment. And it does represent a transitional change that is going to be occurring in your life. It could be like a new job, a relationship, or a significant move okay, or moves that you're being asked to make during this time. And the hotel appearance was also very luxurious, so I do feel like you guys are definitely moving towards greener pastures. And it's interesting, again, this is literally all very green energy, so I feel like this is definitely an act of the highest self-love you've ever made for yourself. And there was also other people in your dream as well, and these interactions happened with different characters, like Isis was showing up and other oracles. So scene 2, I call it you've leveled up, you have grown stronger, and a new chapter begins. So you know how like when you level up in a game and you have like experience points, I feel like you have a certain level of experience. I'm hearing not just when it comes to this incarnation, but also when it comes to your previous incarnations where you've, XP, like you guys have racked up a lot of XPs, right? And this is players that usually earn an XP by completing tasks, kind of like overcoming challenges and obstacles and achieving goals. And once they have enough XP that is accumulated, the player levels up. And I feel like this is the highest level I'm hearing that you've ever seen, okay? And there's new things that do await you on this level. And I do feel like this is something to do with your vibrational frequency. And the benefits of leveling up is something that you guys are about to experience in your life. Again, it's almost like this cosmic gameplay, right? But you're reaching a new level that's going to grant you access to new abilities that you're going to be unlocking, stronger, ways of being able to protect yourself and hold your ground, right? Protect your space. You have this better armor, and you have more advanced gameplay options as well during this time. So I'm seeing it as, again, you guys have mastered optimal navigation in this matrix, where you're no longer just merely interacting with it, but you have gamma perception now. And I'm seeing like this X-ray vision that you have, where you're now like this outsider looking in. You're able to be present, okay? You come back into the eternal now, okay? The eternal now. And in the now, you are able to apply your free will at any given moment in time and understand that your cause will have an effect. Just like your non-action will also be an action, that will also be a cause, and it will also have a different effect. But you can see the power of utilizing your free will at any given moment in time to open up very intently specific timelines for yourself, okay? So I was seeing hairbands also in the matrix. Like for some reason, hairbands were really strongly coming up, and they were all hiding in or like you were disguising them in plain sight, basically. Like you were disguising these hairbands that you had in the matrix in plain sight. Now hairbands are, when you think of hairbands, you think of hair, right? And hair represents your creativity, your life force. So there is something in disguise in regards to you being pure creative life force in this system, and you're entangling quantumly with very specific things, okay? This is like specific goals that you have and aspirations that you have, and hairbands are related to new beginnings in your life. It does symbolize the need to kind of, again, intently control how you want to, let's say, mold and shape, right, your life force during this time, and not having the external mold and shape you, okay? So I'm seeing like you are shaping your destiny during this time, and you're doing that very, very intently. You know who and what aligns with that and who and what doesn't, okay? And it does also represent, again, the oracle that I saw you guys kind of conversing with. It's almost like this gameplay experience, and this next gatekeeper is the high priestess or the oracle vibes, where you're refining your creative life force energy. And a lot of you, again, this is going to be your sexual energy here, okay? Your pure creative life force. And the female was often chosen to be the oracle. So again, this is like the divine feminine attributes. And it's actually really interesting because at the base of this deck, we already have the Earth Star activation, which is about anchoring grounded action and Isis energy. That was already predestined. So again, a lot of you, this is things that you have already decided that you wanted to experience before even being seated onto this planet, and you're coming back to those initial intentions, okay? But the female was able to redirect her creative life force or her sexual energy right from the lower chakra points up to the heart, the alchemical point, and up into her higher faculties, opening up her highest intuition. So I feel like you guys are opening up your vision, okay? It's like you're seeing a different layer of this reality, and you're very aware of, I'm hearing like whom or what is designed to send you an invitation around parasitic energy exchanges. Not everything that calls for your attention is for you. So again, it's almost like be aware of any distractions or anything trying to, basically, again, the matrix is designed to externalize your life force, and you guys are having that come back into you, which is you being really empowered and present in regards to how you want to direct your energy during this time, because where your attention goes, your energy flows, okay? And you're no longer paying attention to things and people that you don't want to be a part of your reality. So there's a lot of like intention there. But you're opening and entering a stage where a new time begins, a place where you no longer suppress the desires of the soul, okay? Again, you know if it's congruent with your soul's initial intentions or not. And again, the heart point is transmutation, is the fire point, the alchemical point, where you can move your energy through to your higher intuitive faculties. And I just feel like you're unlocking this new veil of reality, essentially. And then I also was seeing a scene in regards to some company also wanted to hire this guy for his gifts, but they needed him more than he needed them. And I also saw a past life connection in Egypt and a world line collision that was also happening here, where somebody was at the same place in time and the same time in space, and they were planning on the right alignment, and you guys were kind of posted up observing what was going to happen, how were the stars going to align. So I do feel like there is something that is brewing. Maybe this is about a recollection, okay, of memory, but something is activating within you. So we're definitely going to read these two cards in the end, okay? So maybe these are the cards that are dealt for you right now or on the table, okay? So Egypt in the metaphysical realm does represent spiritual transformations, rebirths that you're going through, and grounding and stability. You have a deeper desire to understand your life purpose, or at least what you want that to be. And it does represent, again, spiritual awakening. So it does represent a spiritual journey that you're embarking on after a deep period of introspection. And also past life connections represent tuning into maybe your ancestral heritage as well. There could be new things that you're kind of discovering there as far as your DNA. Also, again, Isis was showing up. So this is tuning into your intuition. She is a healer as well. So there's something about, again, you healing ancestral wounds, and it does represent spiritual growth and transformation. So there could be some kind of magic that you're practicing, right? Alchemy that you guys are practicing, transmutation. And it does represent like interdimensional fractals that are encoded into your DNA that can manifest as certain archetypal forms. So you guys could be working with Isis energy during this time, especially the fact that she was already sitting here at the top, you know? It's almost like this is something that is coming to the surface during this time. And it does represent even like a fractal of yourself, right? This is about you being... the high priestess Isis energy represents the higher self. That's what she represents. And it's like you are your higher self that has incarnated into a physical form, and you're coming back into that remembrance. And this version of yourself is not outside of you. It is within you. It's within your higher chakra points. So I feel like, again, you're rechanneling your energy upwards. And this is allowing you to tune into this fractal of yourself and tune in to this dimension, right? This facet, this frequency, almost like a radio station where you can anchor your higher self throughout your whole organism. And now you are your higher self in physical form, right? You are walking according to your divine essence, and you're not compartmentalizing yourself from your own divinity. So yeah, you are able to see the future. It's almost like you're have this great precognition. Is that a word? You're very precognitive during this time in regards to, all right, I know if I apply my free will in this way, if I say yes to this invitation, I can already foresee the sequence of events that would await me. I can foresee that destiny before it unfolds. Now I get to decide if I even want to align with this continuum or not. So there is something about introspection, making sure that you respond to situations appropriately and not just reacting, right? Using your higher intuition and navigating this world with this higher framework in which you view reality through, where you can almost be, again, an outsider that's looking at it and get a whole broader glimpse, okay, or higher perspective in regards to the myriad of possibilities that are awaiting you, okay, or networks that are available to you, or timelines that are accessible, okay, and which ones you want to access. So it's super, super interesting, again, where you're able to guide yourself towards very specific outcomes, very, very intentionally, okay? And it's not because there's like mystical powers, it's more about you seeing the full landscape of time. And it's suggesting that you're able to see the whole view of events that lie ahead of you, any given moment in time. And you're intercommunicating with the oracle that is within. And I feel like that's why the high priestess was kind of showing up there. And you're able to run yourself, right? You're not seeking external guidance. You guys are able to be your own, again, tuning into your own internal compass, if you will. So yeah, you're able to anchor this information into your being, receive these downloads, right? These transmissions, the intercommunication with all different fragments of yourself, and integrate them into your whole. And yeah, it's a really, really beautiful energy here, where you're, again, a multi-dimensional being. You exist in multiple dimensions at once. And all a dimension is, it's not a spatial concept, by the way. This is what the brain is formatted to believe. All dimensions are different frequencies, okay? So they're all overlaid or overlapped into one of another in the now, okay? It's all readily available for you to access now, not down the timeline. You can access this version of self right now, okay? Like, wake up, okay? So again, this is Christ consciousness, where you are consciousness that is now aware of itself, and not just one small localized version, right? Not just the vessel, but you're seeing yourself as the timeless consciousness that's navigating life on earth, utilizing this vessel, okay? So this is, again, the birth or transmutation of DNA into a higher octave in a historical timeline. So I feel like you guys are not just, I'm hearing like, you, not only are you waking up, right, but you're waking up your ancestors through you, okay? There is something around that that's coming through. Okay, so scene 3, I call it your path will not look like anyone else's, so embrace it. And it represented bread. That was the first opening scene, which represents plenty and prosperity. Even in my tea leaf message, bread talks about, you know, breaking bread. It also talks about like the waters, the waters heavens or something like this, or the heavens waters. But it basically says period of prosperity, again, abundance that awaits you. So seeing a large loaf of bread represents, again, abundance and prosperity in your life. And I also saw this girl with tattoos, and she does have a scorpion tattoo, which I thought was quite uncanny, right? And fun fact, actually, like, this one has quite a few meanings. I know some of you have pointed out it has quite a few meanings that are personal to me, but mainly I saw this in the astral realm and I was trying to recreate it. And then one day I asked my artist, I'm just going on a side quest right now, but I asked my artist to I just gave him like an idea of what I wanted, and he drew it to the T. And when I looked in the mirror, it was like a deja vu moment. So that could be significant, where you have two separate streams of awareness that are colliding, right? And they're becoming conscious awareness of themselves around, okay, yeah, this is a memory, right? This is like almost synchronicities I'm receiving in regards to, okay, we are in alignment with a very specific continuum. So I feel like you're going to be seeing like loads of different synchronicities in regards to this. But anyway, one girl was comparing her tattoo to the other, and she was comparing her tattoo to yours, and she said that her one looked more natural and yours were like more colorful, but you said that's how you wanted yours to be, like you wanted more color there. And tattoos represent a lasting impression. It does represent transformation when you talk about Scorpio energies, and it does even represent 8th house energy of the psyche, right, which is the intersection of where the interface basically of where your divinity meets physical matter, okay? And I'm hearing your divinity is navigating the material world. So there's a deep connection to your own power, intensity, passion, and the potential for transformation in your life during this time. It does represent this inner power and transformation that you're unlocking. And the Scorpio also goes through this shedding of their exoskeleton, much like crabs and much like hermits. And it represents a personal renewal that's happening in your life, and a transformation, which is indicating a time of significant change, letting go, releasing old patterns in your life, right? Where you're moving through this experience, or at least being invited to. Your invitation is to be as detached as you can, so that you can move very fluidly, not harboring on or becoming too rigid, because Scorpio is also a fixed sign, right? So not becoming too fixated on one way of things being. Be open to the changes that are upon the horizon, okay? And it in the end, you guys were also riding this small motorbike, and it was more like a dirt bike situation. But anyway, everyone was like really admiring you riding this bike. So, and it was black as well, which represents like, you know, a little bit of mystery. And again, that's like very scorpionic vibes, right? So it does mean that you're embracing challenges in your life, and it represents a need for excitement, a sense of control, and the urge to break free from limitations. And it kind of does give me a Mars and Scorpio energy, spirits telling me, where it's like there could be, not like your manifestation style is very, the best way to show it is to do it, and you're really looking in, and there could be something that you guys are kind of keeping, I'm hearing, in the inner workings of your own mind. There could be certain things that you're being called to do or initiated to do during this time, certain things that you're being called to take action towards. But manifestation is like your home frequency, and that's what you're returning back to, being an innate creator. And I also saw this woman who was really admiring you in a conversation that you were having about the universe, and whatever it is that you had to say, it just came so naturally. And I feel like others are definitely going to be fascinated by your unique story, so share it. And you definitely have this captivating aura of influence about you. Again, there's like this ancient, timeless consciousness that is presenting itself to the world. Okay, there is like almost this level of surrender, I feel like, even when it comes to the ego or just one way of being, and you're stepping forward as your true self. Okay, so, or you're demonstrating that in some way. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the Shaman's Dream Oracle message. I definitely want to tune into this. Perfect Storm, the courage to step into a new life, 44. I forgot this was even here until I just remembered it in that moment. Okay, so an invitation to act now, the courage to step into a new life and sheltering from turbulence. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent time. The winds are picking up and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you'll be buffeted by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered, balanced, and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff that is flying around and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of all those thoughts, beliefs, attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. And I'm seeing, why can't I never remember the name right now? There's like a form of cleansing that you guys are going through, even when it comes to your house. Why can't I remember the name? That's really annoying. But I'm seeing like your chi and your life force as well. There is like this cleansing that you're going through. It's like this huge purge, if you will. Okay, even when it comes to old things and moving out stagnant, even if this is tangible objects or just things that no longer serve you, it's like the storm is coming in and sweeping that away. And that's what a tower moment does. You know, it's almost like it removes anything that is not in alignment with this new beginning. Okay, it's almost like a reminder that you don't need this. Okay, so the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder what you might be losing during this perfect storm, know that those things are things that you're most attached to, and those are the things that are going to be taken first. As if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. I'm hearing let go of who you think you are and step back into like your eternal now, right? Your nature. So the less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier that you'll be. And again, it's not change that hurts, but it's the resistance to change that becomes painful. So that's like self-created states of suffering. And I'm hearing like a spirit trying to release you of like burdens that are not yours to carry. Okay, so the less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you'll be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain and snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you'll lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. And again, this is something that will reveal itself to you, carpe diem. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on with all of its terrifying greatness. Experiencing the fullness of life, you will succeed. And this is what I was seeing. It's almost like right now you're being invited to see life through the eyes of the observer. There is a part of you that is untouched by time and untouched by what may appear to be traumatic, because it's definitely going to feel like an old paradigm is dissolving all around you. Okay, there could be the releasing of people, circumstances, environments. It's almost like there's a huge quantum leap that's happening, and it's almost like you guys are being summoned to quantum leap right now. And in order for that to happen, an old reality must go through this fluidity, okay, in order to transfer or recycle its energy into a higher octave. And how can you be fluid if you are stagnant? You know, this is the energy that's coming through. If you are, again, reinforcing these belief systems or these connections, right, even these neural pathways within you, these neural networks, not just that happen internally, but also project in your external reality, you'll be too rigid. And it kind of reminds me of, again, the flexibility in the storm, where it's like if you learn to be flexible, you know, like a tree, instead of, so it's like if you become too rigid, you'll break during the storm. That's what this is. Or you can learn just how malleable you can become. You can become one with the universe. You can allow this change to happen, not just to you, not just for you, but this change is happening through you, where you are a complete resonant match with this new reality, with this new life. So yeah, it's a really beautiful energy. And I'm seeing like, as you observe this, you know that there is a cosmos within what may appear to be chaotic externally. You know that this destabilization that's happening right now, anything that's being uprooted, and brought to the surface for you to be able to release in the wind, right, is happening for you to utilize as a catalyst for your greatest transformation. It's like this is about to be the greatest transformation you've ever seen. Okay, it's like, again, there's about to be some magic that plays out in your life. So let's go ahead and see what this is. I want to take a look at the Earth star here because, again, Isis was showing up, Oracle energy. This talks about grounded action. Okay, be rooted and grounded in this experience while it's happening. Again, stay in the center, stay in the eye of the storm, and become one with the storm. All right. So again, this is about tools, gifts, and skills that the ancients used to connect the earth with her wisdom. So this is the goddess Isis. She appears as a spiritual guide. And again, this is definitely someone that you're connecting with and an aspect of yourself, right? So this represents, she knows the importance of connecting with the underworld to stay grounded, aware, and manifest all that we need to grow. Yeah, it kind of reminds you of the quote of, in order for, you know, the tree to reach the heavens, its roots first anchor down into hell, right? It's almost like you're going to experience this great polarity, and there's almost like a calm before the storm, this eerie brewing feeling that you can feel something is different within the air, right? And I feel like there's about to be this huge transformation, and then it's like what comes after a storm, a rainbow. It's like you're about to see the cosmos or the realignment. I'm seeing the chaos and disarray, where it's like the disarray card, where I'll go ahead and try and find it, but that's a card that I'm seeing right now, and it basically says that there's a reordering of things that you may not be able to see right now, but it is working out in your favor. Okay, so trust that there's a secret order in what may appear to be disorderly, okay, to like the ego's eyes. And I'm hearing like a great person once said that in order what was it? A great person once said that in order to step into a new life, no, what was it? It was something around first everything must fall apart. For everything to fall into place, first everything must fall apart. And that's what I'm seeing. It's almost like spirits removing jigsaw puzzle pieces that never really fit together when it comes to the bigger picture that you're trying to create. It's almost like you're now foreseeing this destined outcome that you want, right? And I'm seeing like, right, there's some things that need to be rearranged when it comes to these individual puzzle pieces. Maybe you need to be in this location for it to happen. Maybe you need to meet this person for it to happen. Maybe you need to release this person for it to happen, right? And I'm seeing like certain pieces of the puzzle that just don't fit together. And that's what is being rearranged during this time in order to introduce more harmony, okay? To restore harmony, to restore order from chaos, okay? So this represents, again, even things from previous incarnations and previous lifetimes that could be helpful. There's going to be certain things that you're going to be digging up, and this is going to be useful for this next phase in your journey, all right? So when you draw this card, know that your Earth star is being activated, and the wisdom you once ignored is finally being acknowledged. The rejected parts of yourself are now being rediscovered. There is an opportunity for you to rediscover magic too, but stay firmly rooted in all of your endeavors. Let the Earth hold and sustain you. Don't rush ahead. In fact, if you've been wondering if it's time to move forward, know that it isn't. Stay put for the time being. Important information is about to be revealed, so wait and stand strong. This is a time of integration and rest rather than pushing forward. Great wisdom lies within you. Dive deep and find it and trust in yourself, and you will have more strength than you realize, okay? So I feel like you guys are about to recognize and realize just how powerful you are. You're about to witness that in some way. And I feel like your power is in vulnerability right now. Your power is in surrender, okay? That's what I'm seeing. But this, you being vulnerable and open and receptive, again, divine feminine aspects, to some type of change occurring is going to be the very thing that leads you into a new life, okay? It's going to be the very bridge that connects you to this new life. That's what I'm seeing, a very strong correspondence that's happening between the heavens, right? The higher realms, higher consciousness, okay? And you're bringing, again, anchoring that information onto Earth, okay? There is this, again, intercommunication that's very healing for your journey right now, okay? Knowing that you were safe, you were secure, you were stable with your Earth star, right? So, actually, I quite want to pull... There's a reordering of things, definitely. Let's take a look at a starseed message right now. We have Imrana, where are you being called to journey to, right? Again, a lot of you're being called to go somewhere, to do something, right? This is about the journey of a new life. You also have don't dim your light in order to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in here at the base, right? Allow yourself to shine, right? You guys are star bound to man, right? You are stardust bound to man. And you're uncovering, you know, a lot of these are star origins. Okay, so we have the golden children, inner child tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. I love this energy because, again, it is really tuning into your timeless nature. There is definitely rare gifts that are coming to the surface and portals that you're being called to step forward and I get towards. And I'm seeing all these individuals, these golden children, right? These children of light, all on their own sovereign journeys, but they're all being led back home. It's like all roads lead to one. And there's something around knowing that you're not alone on this journey. And then you have messenger at the base, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance, right? So Sirius is the spiritual sun. So again, there could be some kind of intercommunication that's going on here for you guys. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get one mirror deck for you guys as well. Oh, let's get a Cosmos Oracle after as well. Let's take a look at the mirror deck. All right, what's the tell me about the storm. What's going on with the storm? The Chariot, I love it, right? This is where your head and heart come into union. This is about your earthly body and then also your spiritual light body, okay? And where they are moving as one through this existence. So again, your actions are aligning accordingly. You're no longer looking back at the old paradigm unless you're admiring how far it is that you guys have come. But be prepared, right? Some of you, again, this could be a journey. The Chariot does represent over a body of waters or over a body, you know, of seas and oceans. So there definitely could be something about you taking flight in a new direction, whether that's metaphorically or physically. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the Chariot. And this is a major arcana, right? It's no little stuff. It's no minor arcana. This is a major arcana, and that means that this is definitely going to impact your life at least for like 6+ months. You can expect to see this I'm hearing like linear progression of time, but you're about to witness the whole landscape of events. Okay, there's something about you're going to experience the whole landscape of events in a linear fashion in this realm, but you're aware of everything that's about to unfold. It's like there is a part of you that is aware around the direction. Okay, the Chariot and the spirit plane. This talks about willpower, self-assured, this and confidence in moving forward, and again feeling rejuvenated. And again, this is like knowing that nothing is holding you back. The Chariot often happens like even after a tower moment where it's like, you know, this is somebody moving away from the city and then moving towards new lands. So the Chariot blazes through the spirit plane and asks us to appreciate our accomplishments. It may still be raining right after the storm, and you may feel a long way from home, but this card appearing suggests that some sense of self-assurance has gotten you to this point. The dove will guide you to where it is that you need to be. And doves in the metaphysical realm represent like messages from your angels. Have confidence, and again, these different guides are encoded into your field. Have confidence that the direction you're moving in, moving in is the right one. Okay, so this is the right direction. Okay, and again, the direction is being one with the obstacle, right? And seeing how you can overcome anything even within yourself. And all obstacles is a little bit of resistance, you know, and when you do something a little bit against the grain, it's only natural to face a little bit of resistance, right? To unlock your true power, for you to be able to see how strong you are, because the resistance only makes you stronger, right? And there's something about this different kind of spiritual endurance. And then you have the Empress and the Peacock here at the base, right? With the supporting factor. So again, a lot of you, this is you literally, I'm hearing like, walking towards your throne, right? This is a version of yourself that you've always, it's like you're stepping into the seat that was reserved for you since the beginning of time. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the Peacock. Let me go ahead and find this. And is this gonna be towards the characters? Let's see, the court cards. Where's the court cards at? Some of you, again, you could feel like you're being almost, I'm hearing like the universe is playing matchmaker with you being somewhere or doing something that you love. But yeah, there is almost like this courting process that's almost going through. It feels like the universe is kind of having some type of shift take place. Where's the court cards at? Actually, I don't know. Right, let's go ahead and find it. Sorry guys, I always do this, but what the heck? These are... Alright, I don't know. Alright, let's find it in the other book. Let's take a look at the Empress. Actually, you know what? I have no clue where the court cards are. I know these small ones. Well, this is a major arcana, isn't it? Not really, though. I mean, it is a major arcana, but it's a character. And I feel like this is a character that you're stepping into. This is like a person that you're developing into over the next 6 months. That's almost what it gives me. Like, this is a person that you're developing into. Right, the Empress, the peacock. Merging opposites. You come upon a glowing doorway in the middle of a shallow pool of water. The peacock sits atop the door and its feathers cascade down with eyes that seem to follow your every move. As you lock your eyes with the bird, a feeling of ease washes over you. It is the gatekeeper between the physical world and the spirit plane. It gives you assurance that you are moving forward and it will lead you towards another fertile world. The pulsing colours within the door call you towards it, and you step through unsure of what is to come. The peacock lives between two worlds. It is a reminder that it's possible to find a happy balance between things like work, love, and grounded, and the spiritual. This card is about nurturing yourself and finding peace in the world you live in. When you see the peacock in a reading, it can also be representative of an increasingly strong bond to the earth or a need to reconnect with it. This can be a card that speaks about great unions of unlikely things, and it's asked that you keep an open mind whenever possible. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing like literally bursting out of some kind of limiting belief systems or a limitation that you had set on yourself in some way. And what was that scene that was coming through? A strong bond. Yeah, I was seeing like, again, even that it kind of bursts open. I'm seeing like your third eye widen, and like, again, the magnetite crystal within your brain, and you being deeply connected with the electromagnetic sphere of the earth, and you being guided. It's almost like a migration, you know, or a pilgrimage that you're going on, but there's like a migration, or you're being called to migrate somewhere. And it's like, you know, how do you doves, for example, know where to go during certain seasons, and it's like you're being prepared for a new season in your life. That's almost the vibe that it's giving me here. Right, let me find it. It's got to be in the majors. I just always feel like, let me find the peacock first. Sorry guys, this is what I do when I get locked in. I'm just like, I can't move on without this. The Empress and the Peacock, here she is. Okay, so nurturing, giving, connection with the earth, fusions of opposites. The Empress hovers in a doorway between worlds, carefully guarded by the peacock. This card represents a connection with the earth and a fusion of your spiritual self and your earthly being. When you allow the two to become one, you will feel the harmony in the world around you. This really reminds me of the meditation that we did in the full moon and Leo vibes, for sure, where you guys are being summoned to step through this door. Okay, so chariot, it's like you guys are, again, you're being led somewhere. I can't remember the word that I just used, but I was saying something about being led somewhere. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Cosmos Oracle message for you and see. And again, we even have higher power here at the base too. Okay, and even behind that we have a leg up. So it's almost like, again, there's a higher power orchestrating some kind of shift to give you a leg up, right? Or like a boost. I'm seeing like on Mario, you know, the super jumps that you do where you're loading up. And I feel like, yeah, because we were talking about video games energy. And it's like you're moving through the cosmos completely differently, you know, like Mario Super Galaxy. We have cell, right? And it's like you're intercommunicating with yourself on a cellular level, right? And again, you are made up of the cells, at least this vessel, from planet Earth, okay? And that's what makes up your organism, your being. So there is something about, again, you're literally made up with the cells from Earth, and you're being led to do certain things that are assisting not just you on your own evolution journey, but is also assisting when it comes to the Earth evolving into like the new Earth. I'm hearing where the old becomes new again, right? So there's something very interesting here that's going on here. And again, some of you may feel like there is this weight of responsibility around this, where there is this weight even when it comes to doing this, to pull forward your ancestral lineage. And again, this is like ascension that's happening, cellular turnaround, regeneration, cellular regeneration, where you're going through a regenerative process. And in that deck, it also talks about there's like a rebirth that you're going through, essentially. But this is the nucleus of the cell, right? At your center core, there is communication that is happening during this time. Even around it, again, you have like the fluid plasma membrane. And this is like different intercommunication that's happening within your morphic genetic field, and the different multiple spheres of energy around you that extend beyond the human field. And there's like different octaves of yourself, different fractals, again, archetypal manifestations, different distinct life forms that are within you, okay, that you're tuning into. And there is, again, like bioelectricity, which is the thought that is moving through these different plasma membranes. And I'm hearing like by the time you anchor this into your being and it gets to you, it's very clear in regards to what you need to take action towards. It like comes as a download. It's like, again, it reminds me of a scintillation energy. So there is like this sudden light wave or something that is being encoded within you. You know, there is even like, it just comes as this pure knowing, this pure not just instinct, but it's about your intuition. Like there's a strong intuitive hit that you're receiving in regards to something. So let's go ahead and find cell for you guys. But this is at your center core. Like you can feel this at your core. There is no shadow of a doubt. Maybe it's something that could not really be explained. So this talks about the key to success. So again, a lot of you know that this is the way to go. This is the key to success, right? Is to focus on what you know to be true at a cellular level. Are we good? Okay, whatever, fine. Okay, that's weird. Okay. Fundamental anatomical unit of all living organisms. And again, you're connected to the DNA of the earth, right, through your cells. So there is this intercommunication that's happening between you and the earth right now. Oh, wrong way. Okay, there is this intercommunication. Even if it's not clear on first sight, right, you know that this is something within. Anyway, the cellular membrane surrounds the cell, which is the plasma membrane, and controls what comes in and out. Okay, and again, this is a gatekeeper of its own kind. It's like, again, your higher self, right, knows what it is that you need to be focusing on during this time. Be aware of the energy which we surround ourselves with, feed ourselves, and allow to enter into our aura. And that's exactly what this is. Again, you're grounding yourself, you're protecting your space. You're being really intentful when it comes to what it is you want to co-create into your experience, what you want to be a part of your creation, right? So the cytoplasm is the fluid within the cells where everything happens and is produced. Maintain a sense of fluidity to let things happen. And again, we were talking about you guys being a fluid being, which means that there's this very high vibrational energy. Inside the cell is a nucleus which contains DNA. So inside of the cell of your being, right, you hold the mysteries of the universe. You hold the cosmos within you, right? You hold the key to success. You are the key to move in and out of these different dimensions of self, right? So always return to the simplicity of what makes us. And again, there is this memory that's coming through. Like there is this memory around, I've seen this story, okay? And I can recognize the story now as it's unfolding. So the truth can always be found in the nucleus, in the center of you. There is this memory, there is this pure knowing, and the truth is always what sets us free. So the truth is within you. What is important cannot be seen, but it's still there working for us in full simplicity and humility. The human body has approximately 30 trillion cells. Again, within the center of you, you guys hold the key to your success. Within the center of you, you hold the memory of the cosmos, right? So there's something around being at that center of the storm and realizing that, okay, surrender to the way that reality is always unfolding in your favor. Okay, that's literally the energy that's coming through. I think I was writing something about this last night. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find it, but there is this different type of, DNA stores memory, and the memory of the cosmos is within you. So it's like you already know your story. You already know all the ways that your story can unfold. Now you also have black hole here at the base. So this is about really going all in something. I feel like there's something that you're almost I'm hearing is not just collapsing around you, but it represents like something collapsing within you, okay, where you're collapsing back into yourself. It does talk about a lot of energy going towards a very specific goal during this time. So we'll go ahead and read Black Hole for you guys. Let's find it. Black Hole talks about, it's going to be the next page, healthy limits, okay, working within healthy limits. So at the interior of a black hole, a concentration of mass so large, I'm hearing you already know on a cellular level, like who's supposed to be part of your story, what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Again, what drains you and what replenishes you. So it basically says it can refer to a project or concrete process and an immense amount of energy that's being absorbed. Okay, this is a highly positive energy to be channeled into a project. And I feel like there's a rechanneling where you're removing yourself from circumstances or situations that you feel like, again, have you dim your light in any way, right? Or stop you, I'm hearing block off your like vicinity to shine, okay? So this talks about being able to investigate what it is that you need to maintain a healthy distance towards so that you're not absorbed by matter, okay? But I'm hearing matter absorbs your being. Matter absorbs your cosmos. Again, it happens through you. Miracles happen as you. Not only are you experiencing yourself as infinite potential, but infinite potential experiences itself as you, through you. Yeah, wow. So a lot that's going on. Let's go ahead and take a look at a star child message, and then we'll probably close out there. We'll get an angel number message as well today. Yeah, angelic ones. There is definitely, again, angels that are encoded into your field. And again, you guys are an earth angel, right? And we have stepping stones. I love this energy. Again, what it is that you've been carrying forward is now going to carry you. Stepping stone talks about, even in perceived setbacks, they end up being your biggest success here as well. And it also talks about where, again, you are able to mold these stones, right? Much like clay, like you can mold your life in the direction that you desire because you have these higher fractals of self existing within you that you can attune into, right? They can help you receive, you can help yourself receive, right? These messages that are needed for optimal navigation on your earthly endeavors. So let's go ahead and take a look at angelic ones right now. Angelic ones is number 9. Okay, and this is, again, a part of you that extends far beyond just this human vessel, this localized vessel. There's so many more quantum, non-local connections that you guys have, right? So divine healing is upon you, divine grace, divine guidance, light from the throne of God. How funny, because again, the Empress, it's like this throne has been prepared for you. New earth, inspiration, singing, mystical unfoldment, outpouring love. So there is like this mystical unfoldment that's happening. The angels guide me throughout my life so that I can find my path of light and follow my peaceful, joyous heart. Okay, so the angels want to be with you and give you comfort in your direction. You're being asked to surrender your emotions and hand them over to the angelic realms. There is so much grace at work in your life right now. Grace that is not always visible with your third dimensional eyes. Your life is being directed in divine ways that are mysterious to you. And I'm hearing like your life, everyone sees you as mysterious because you've become a mystery even to yourself. That's what this is about. But it has always been this way from the time you took your first breath. The angels are omnipresent and they follow you everywhere that you go. Okay, again, your guides are always encoded into your field. It's something that your subconscious mind projects, right? But you're now becoming aware of them, right? So even in the darkest corner of this earth, the darkest dungeon, and the angels, I can hear one of you saying something around, I've already been working with them, like, so okay, I'll just say that, like, some of you again have been very, very consciously working with very specific deities and guides and archetypal forms, right? So do not think, but I feel like there's new ones that you're now becoming, there's new ones that you're now becoming conscious of. Okay, do not think that the angels can be overpowered, that a shadow can be cast upon them. And I'm seeing that specifically as this storm comes by, there's like a new guide that you're being acquainted with during this time, let's say. The workings of the universe in the archangel realms can be hard to follow from the third dimension. It's not necessary to understand everything. Know that there is a space where everything is clear, everything is understood and loved. And this is again tuning into your higher aspects of consciousness. So time is an illusion, and you're presently in the space beyond all veils. Okay, so this is where the human condition lifts, and you guys will start to look at life through the eyes of the cosmos, right? You are the universe experiencing itself as human. So yeah, there is a different perspective that you're gaining. You might want to connect with a particular angel or a group of angels during this time. Allow names to come to you intuitively, and allow a working relationship to start. Okay, again, so this is definitely going to be revealing itself to you. This connection is also healing relationships more than anything. It's healing you so that you can fully find yourself, okay, that you can remember all that you really are. Many search for themselves, but their true self in the material world, it's not possible to find oneself there, not without deeper understanding of ether and matter. Again, your memory of who you are is within you. It's not going to be found externally. So yeah, go to a place of internal space, right? Take a trip to inner space. Allow these vibrations to reach you, so that you can be comforted and be able to be guided, okay? So again, it's a beautiful energy. A lot of archangels are definitely with you during this time, and they're assisting you when it comes to molding your destiny, okay? Okay, guys, I'm gonna love and leave you after we get an angel number message. Let's see. 888 abundance. Wow. So blessings are here and more are on the way. Let yourself feel the abundant flow of prosperity that's all around you. As you stand your highest self, you attract all that you once were seeking. Giving is always the doorway to success. The more good I do in the world, the more abundant and radiant my life becomes. Okay. 555 change. Change happens outside of your comfort zone. The time, and again, this is something, 8 is again a rapid, like a generator. And if you think about 8, it also represents the Ouroboros, right? An infinity. So it's almost like the eternal, this is like there's always this eternal change that's always happening, okay? And once you kind of surrender to that, you'll realize that change has to happen for growth to happen, and growth over time leads to evolution. So it's like all you're doing is growing into your full potential. You're returning to that full potential. So the time for change is now. The angels are whispering for you to trust your path and learn how to walk it. Take the next step and allow change to lift you up and guide you forward. Okay. So, and again, it reminds me of that storm reading that we did in the meditation, right? So I'm going to love and leave you guys right there. If you're not already subscribed to this channel and want to stick around for future reads, do consider subscribing, and I'll tell you around. Personal reading details are also down below. And if you want to join the Discord, that's also going to be down below as well. And, yeah, like for the record, guys, I'm definitely going to put disclaimers in the description box down below, but just be aware, I'm not ever going to reach out to you for personal reading in any way. I'm not going to redirect you to a number or anything. No, I'm not going to get you to do anything, okay? You have to reach out to me, to my email, if you want a personal reading. I'm not going to be messaging you saying my brethren or any of this, or God will surely finish what he started. None of these things, okay? I will not be doing that. So just please use your discernment. Thank you. Okay? And until next time, guys. Bye.